Hey everyone, how do you sharpen a chisel? My neighbor was going to throw this one out because it's completely dull, and I told him, hey, I can fix that for you. Hi, I'm Mike with vipersharp.com. Stick around and I'll show you how to sharpen a chisel on the Viper Sharp. Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I want to just do a quick video here and show you how to sharpen a chisel with the Viper Sharp. One of the things I've found, and we can put this in on either side, but with the chisel, we can clamp it so it's going out to the side there, and that should be just fine for reaching that. And I'm going to put the clamp back here a bit, since this has about the same size to things. Actually, looking at it, what I'm going to do is just put it straight out sideways. Because I think we can do just fine right there. Lower that down and get that angle. Yep. We'll go ahead and, wow, I got that nice and tight, which is where it should be. We're going to give it a little bit of an angle there. Now my concern on this is just the way the clamp is built. It is a little fatter back here. This, let me put that down. It's a little, the chisel's a little thicker back here than it is up here. And of course the clamp is built to hold on to something, a knife that sits straight in. You get the idea. All right, so we're going to go with the 250, and we'll get a little oil here. Oil that stone up good. Lubrication on diamond stones, oil for diamond stones, water for ceramic stones generally. The lubrication goes a long way to help things here. All right, and then I'm going to adjust that again, get that angle where it needs to be. It's easier to get your angle set on a chisel because there's such a flat there that you can literally feel it. You can just press the, as you saw me there, just kind of holding the stone on top of that chisel and get everything good. So I don't know that we need to worry about a whole restoration on this thing. It definitely does look like it needs it, but that's more of a sandpaper job there. I just want to make sure that the tip is sharp so he can use it for what he wants. Have a sharp chisel again. Loosen that up and give me a little more room. Use that whole length of the stone. And there's more probability of that slipping off like that when you're dealing with a something like this that doesn't have a whole lot of blade to it, you know, it's just that top. Now one thing I noticed too as I was setting this up, my table is not flat. And so even with the rubber pads on the bottom there, and I can actually feel the difference in that table. So you might think about that, have a good level spot to put things on. But ultimately, that's not going to change the angle, because the angle is just between this and this here. So it's just nice to not have things moving around on you on the table. And one of these days I might do something to see if I can fix that. So if you've got any ideas on how to flatten out a table, put them in the comments for me. Because I'm thinking maybe just put a nice flat piece of plywood up there underneath this perhaps. Okay, we're pretty much there. So we've created a little bit of a burr on that, and I want to do it all the way along. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off, which means we're going to have a burr on the flat side, the back side of that chisel, that we'll need to clean off with just a few passes just about straight down on the stone. It was pretty beat up too. And I'm being careful to keep this flat on that. I don't want to go around the corners, although it probably doesn't matter much, but where I worked on so many knives that I didn't want to round off, that's something that I do think about here. And this might be a prime time to show you what I did fixing that with an idea from one of you guys. A little piece of rubber in there would be helpful. So I have this one that does that, and it holds in place real nice with that. So nice to know that you can sharpen more than just knives with your Viper Sharp. You do all your kitchen knives, all your pocket knives, all your bushcraft knives, you do your machete, but you can also sharpen your chisels or your neighbor's chisels before they throw them out. All right, let's see. Yeah, and then just make sure you've got the burr on there, and then you're going to wipe that and take that off with the flat of the stone, taking it out of the clamp, and I'll show you that. All right, so out of the clamp, I'm just going to take a few passes like this, where I am almost flat, just lifting that a little bit off of the stone there. Just to kind of clean up that edge. And I think we've got it pretty sharp. I don't know if we can see that with paper or not. And I don't know how sharp you need to get a chisel. Guess it depends on what you're doing with it. I could definitely do a little more, but I'm going to check with him and see what he wants. So that's how you sharpen a chisel with the Viper Sharp. Thanks for watching.